of you out there find that in this weather of wind and rain and all the rest of it, just sitting down with a cup of tea and a bun or chalky bicky is really good.
And a handsome husband.
A modest one. Not. Well, Ivan, are you going to tell us your little trip up the road that you had
This
the other
week's
day?
drama. Well, we're just in from doing the evening shift there. It's 6:30 now, and we've fed up the sheep, watered everybody, a wee bit of extra meal for the triplets, and we've just come in and sat down, got our old clothes off, and there's more straw in our socks and haylage, and it's all through the house and everywhere, but we're not worrying. So it's
Ivan's
been.
not worrying.
Oh yeah, I'm not worrying at all. So we haven't been out hedge cutting this week at all. Just as the fields are absolutely porridge. You can hardly walk in the field, never mind take a tractor in. But anyway, that's that end of things. We haven't been out the gate or up the road anywhere this week at all. Except to the accident and emergency.
I think they call it the emergency department now.
The
ED.
emergency department. Emergency ward 10 I call it. So anyway, for a few days before last Sunday passed, I was feeling very tired. I had a bit of a pain here. I was working out, lifting stuff above my head a lot, and I thought maybe I'd pulled something. But 2 or 3 days went by and that didn't dissipate, so I was beginning to panic because I was feeling a little bit of flutter there. Not exactly flutter, it's hard to describe. Just something not right in my chest there. So I was beginning to think, this is heart attack symptoms, we better go get this sorted out. But I was working away and I wasn't getting any the worse. I was even chopping rings of logs out there and it never made any difference, but I was still feeling that kind of funny feeling. So anyway, we jumped in the car and we went up at about 6:30 or so on Sunday evening, and we were in there until 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, they sorted me out when I was there, so I told them the symptoms. They took my blood samples and ECG is it? They put all the wee clips on, you stick them on all around. They did that twice. They took 3 lots of blood samples off me and they quizzed me as to my symptoms. So we found out what it was, something I hadn't heard of, and it is, I can't remember the name of it.
Oh, pericarditis.
Pericarditis. Now your heart is surrounded by a membrane, just much like a lamb bed, when you pull the little lamb out and it comes out of the lamb bed, that thin membrane. And the doctor described it to me as that I had got a viral infection in it and there's a bit of swelling in it. So that's what the discomfort was. And she says, now if you sit up and lean forward, you'll find it clears. So that's right enough. But it's just as the same sort of symptoms as the start or way at the very start of a heart attack. So I wasn't sure what was going on. And Barbara wasn't sure whenever I told her I was going up to the emergency ward. But I had had the symptoms for 2 or 3 days and I just didn't say anything because I wasn't sure what it was myself and I wanted to be sure. So that was, we were in there for a best part of a day, but we came away with what it was and a few pills and potions. It's she said it's just like a viral infection like the flu or anything you get, but I said, how did it get into your heart? The line around your heart or the membrane around your heart. So she didn't elaborate on that, she just said it's common enough, she says, so that's all right. So we're out and we're working away, but Barbara wouldn't let me work for a day or two, which was lovely. I just went away to bed.
Only because I have a relative who works in the cardiac unit in the Royal, so she knows her stuff, and her advice was rest and to keep hydrated. So you can't really rest on a farm, but you can do a certain amount of it.
So I was happy to get home anyway and find out that it wasn't as serious as what I thought it could have been. But anyway, the civil service, I was going to say, the hospital was great, and we went there, got the result, and got home. Now it was a long haul, excuse me, but when you see who else is in there, and some of the really sick people, there's a man that was standing talking to for hours, and he had broken his arm down here, and he had plates in it, and they had put plates in a day or two before, but they weren't strong enough, so he was up to get that redone again. So his name was Tom. So Tom, if you're watching here, I hope you got through everything. Like, Tom was sitting the same length of time as me, and longer in that agony with an arm and a sling, and
they kept him waiting for something like 6 or 8 hours before they even gave him pain relief.
Yeah. So all the best, Tom. Hope things have turned out. Hope you've had your up. You can drop a comment in there if you're watching. And there was another lady opposite. She was 93, was she? Mm-hmm. So we all had a great bit of chat and confab with each other back and forth. But you know, the civil service is really in diffs, but
the health service,
the civil service, or the health service is really quite amazing. You go there, and all the electronics and rigging you up and able to diagnose. Even if it took that length of time, it was a relief to know that it wasn't a heart attack I was having. So, but life is very brief, and you can't count on tomorrow. And you look at those little videos down below the screen here. When you close the video down or open it up, a video description it's called, and I have little videos I watch there about the end times and about the Lord's return. Now, if you think it's a lot of nonsense, that's all right. But when you go through the doors at the hospital, whether you're well or ill, it makes you think on the brevity of life. And I have sorted that out when I was a wee fella at 11 years old. But anyway, there you are. Don't take life for granted, and I'm certainly not doing it, but we still have to work away just the same. But the doctor did say to me now, he says, you get somebody else to do the work. I says, I know somebody that can do the work for me. So there you are.
So is that Angus Partners coming to take the sheep up the road on Tuesday?
No, we don't need the Angus Partners in just yet. So there you are, folks. We're wrapping up here. The fire's lovely, and I'm just going to lie back before Barbara eats the last piece of this little almond square on me. So there you are. That's what happened this week. Kind of a shock to the system, maybe more of a shock to Barbara than me, but it still makes
I really was planning to get the sheep up the road.
So there you are, but it is what it is, so we're working away here. So we'll see you next week. We're hoping to tomorrow possibly go into the shed. You'll see in the picture there, Barbara has been setting the plastic buckets, rinsing them all out for the sheep pen. So we'll have to get the tractors out of the house, set the sheep pens up, and get ourselves ready. We're still week and a half away.
7 days.
Oh, 7 days. We're just a week away, right? We're a week away from lambing starting, and we're hoping the weather dries up soon. Or there's nowhere you can put them out anywhere. So, but there you are. So we will see you next week from Sheep and the Shoestring.
Over and out.